And now, somehow on the early prelims, that's how stacked this card is. We've got Brad Tavares versus Dricus du Plessis. This is a co-main event of a fight night, a featured fight of a really good fight night, any day of the week. And we've got him in the early prelims of this pay-per-view, which is crazy to me. Brad Tavares is a slight favourite on Tapology. I don't know if the odds have flipped. I feel like Dricus du Plessis might be a slight favourite right now. But I'm picking Dricus du Plessis to win this one here. I think I originally was on the Dricus du Plessis side with not a lot of confidence, and I still feel that same way, you know. Dricus du Plessis, I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily know this, but at the start of his career, he was a primary grappler. He came into the UFC with a record of 14 wins, 2 losses. 9 of those wins by submission, 5 of those wins by KO. Now he's got 7 wins by KO because he's got 2 KOs in the UFC. But I feel like maybe people are fearing the grappling ability of Dricus du Plessis, which is why he's able to sneakily use his power shots and get these KOs that he is in the UFC. I don't really know. Maybe that's what they're worried about. They're worried about the takedown. They know a takedown's coming. They know Dricus du Plessis got really good ground game, so they're worried about that. And then Dricus du Plessis ends up knocking them out. Brad Tavares, on the other hand, very, very well-rounded fighter, and he's always been, or at least recently, he's been a litmus test for a lot of upcoming guys. You know, like he lost to Israel Adesanya when Israel Adesanya was on his way up. He lost to Edmund Shabazian when Edmund Shabazian was on his way up. And then he beat Antonio Carlos Jr., where I guess he was somewhat of a hyped prospect because he's got really good BJJ. And then he beat Omari Akhmedov as well, who was an older guy, but now he's been used again to fight a young up-and-coming guy. The last two are young up-and-coming guys he fought, he lost to. I feel like he is going to lose to Dricus du Plessis again. And I'm going Dricus du Plessis. I think I will go with a knockout, to be honest, in this one here. He's got a 100% finish rate. When you've got a 100% finish rate, it's pretty easy to kind of just predict a finish in that one there. But maybe Brad Tavares toughs it out. Maybe the fight goes the distance. I don't really think so. I think Dricus du Plessis is going to... I think he's going to mix it up a little bit, man. I think we genuinely might see a bit of grappling out of Dricus du Plessis in this matchup here. Brad Tavares, he wants the fight on the feet. He's got really good kickboxing, but that's where he wants it. And Dricus du Plessis, if he's not having success on the feet against Brad Tavares, he's a very well-rounded fighter, and he's got that option. He's got that opportunity to get the fight to the ground and utilize his jiu-jitsu or his grappling game down there, because he does have 9 submission wins. Most of his wins are by submission. People don't necessarily talk about it too much. They talk about how good his striking is. But Dricus du Plessis is a very well-rounded fighter, and I like him for that. I like the fact that he's got options. A lot of people picking the KO, not many on the submission side, you know. Maybe if Dricus du Plessis by submission is like a crazy number, maybe that could be playable there, but du Plessis, you know, I think he's got a good chance of finishing this fight. Decision is actually somewhat likely as well. I don't know if he's still the dog, but if he is, I feel like that's actually a pretty good play, in my personal opinion.